What happened to Lauren Spierer? On June 3, 2011, Lauren Spierer went missing from Bloomington, Indiana. After a night of partying, Lauren was last seen around 4:30 a.m. walking home barefoot. Before that, she was spotted by multiple friends. But after 4:30 a.m., no one saw her again. In this episode, we'll go through everything that we know about what happened to Lauren and what theories have emerged over the years. Let's get into it. Lauren was a 20-year-old student at Indiana University when she disappeared. On June, she had just finished her sophomore year and was looking forward to summer break. Throughout the week before June, Lauren and her friends partied several times. At some point during the week, Lauren lost her cell phone, which may be relevant later. So her mom drove down from Michigan to drop off a replacement phone. On Friday, June, Lauren and her roommates went out to celebrate the end of the school year. They drank, they danced, and then they headed back to their homes around midnight. The next morning, Lauren woke up early, showered, got dressed, and then went to a friend's apartment to study. At some point during the day, she stepped out of the apartment to head home. That's where surveillance cameras caught her walking barefoot. This was the last confirmed sighting of Lauren. Throughout the day, she sent text messages back and forth with her friends. But because she didn't have her own phone anymore, she was using her roommate's phone. Around 1:30 p.m., Lauren texted one of her friends, "I'm so drunk right now." But a few minutes later, she texted another friend, "Help me. I don't feel so good." And that was the last message she sent. At 4:30 p.m., Lauren was spotted on surveillance cameras at a convenience store not far from her home. Here you can see her wearing the same clothes that she was wearing when she was spotted on the earlier camera. It looks like she bought something from the store. Then she walked past the camera again while walking home. But this time, the camera only catches her from behind. It doesn't show her face. Around 6:30 p.m., Lauren's worried friends started calling her family because she never returned their texts. By 8:30 p.m., she hadn't shown up at her home, so her roommates filed a missing persons report. When police searched Lauren's apartment, they noticed that she left behind her shoes and her purse. They also noticed that her bed sheets were soaked in what appeared to be blood. They took these sheets as evidence, but no one knows if the blood was hers or someone else's. Later, police would say that the blood was consistent with her DNA. However, it was never confirmed to be hers. That night, hundreds of people joined together to search for Lauren. But even though they covered a lot of ground, they came up empty-handed. In the days and weeks following Lauren's disappearance, her friends wondered if there was any way that she could still be alive. They thought maybe she wandered away somewhere after drinking heavily and would turn up somewhere safe and sound. Unfortunately, it's been 9 years since she disappeared, and there's been no sign of her since. So let's look at what we know and what we don't know. First of all, Lauren wasn't carrying her phone with her when she vanished. This is based on the fact that she used her roommate's phone throughout the day. On the night that she disappeared, she was in contact with her friends via text message, but no calls were placed or received. If she did have her phone with her, this is odd, because she would normally call her friends instead of texting them. The surveillance footage shows Lauren walking barefoot. This isn't out of character for her. Several friends reported that she often walked barefoot around campus. And finally, the person who was with Lauren the night before said that Lauren appeared to be fine. There were no signs that she was in danger. However, a friend said that Lauren seemed intoxicated when she left the apartment and might have been confused. Maybe that's why she walked barefoot toward home without her phone. So based on what we know, does it seem more likely that Lauren ran away, died accidentally, or was taken by foul play? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. After Lauren's disappearance, her family and friends spread flyers with her picture on them across the country. Every year on what would have been Lauren's birthday, her parents post videos on social media asking for help in finding her. In total, her parents spent over $300,000 on private investigators and forensic experts. In 2017, they told the Indianapolis Star, "We won't stop. We won't give up. We won't rest until we find Lauren or have answers to what happened to her." As time went on, theories about what happened to Lauren began to surface. Some believed that she overdosed on LSD, also known as acid. Others believed that she was abducted by a stranger. Still, others wondered if her boyfriend was involved in her disappearance. In fact, in the months following her disappearance, Police questioned Lauren's ex-boyfriend. He told police that he and Lauren had argued recently and that she had threatened to accuse him of sexual assault. This would explain why her sheets were covered in blood. Perhaps she cut herself while trying to take a shower after taking acid. However, after police searched his house and car, they found nothing that connected him to Lauren's disappearance. As far as we know, the police are still investigating this case. But if they've made any updates, they haven't released them to the public. Unfortunately, this is the perfect crime with very little evidence and many possible theories. And as time goes on, it seems less and less likely that Lauren will ever be found. Do you think Lauren's ex-boyfriend was involved in her disappearance? Or do you think that he's innocent? Let us know in the comments below. If you've watched our other episodes, you know that one of my favorite parts of this job is hearing directly from you guys. You always leave great comments, and I love responding to as many of them as possible. Keep them coming. And if you're new here, please subscribe. While you're at it, I know that you'll love this episode that we've linked right here for you to watch next. Thanks for watching. See you next time.